to the cloud. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the August 4th edition of Moxie Works Hours Essentials. This session is specifically on Moxie website, building your website to boost your business. Okay, so some of you attended our session on customizing your website. This is a little bit different. Okay, so I just want to preface that and we'll get into that a little bit later. My name is Alex Castro. I'll be joined with my colleague Angie Myers, who is going to be on the call to check the chat messages. If you have any questions related to anything um, regarding the topics that we talk about, please type in chat, or we're going to reserve the last 10 minutes so that you can unmute yourself and ask your questions live if you'd like to do that. In any event, write it down so that you don't forget if you choose to wait for later to pose your question. Also, Angie, if you could pop the email address for our team email into chat so that if you have a question that's really kind of specific that needs more explanation or more background information that you can put in chat, email us. All right, so some other housekeeping items. This session is being recorded, so all of you who register for our sessions, right? If you cannot make future sessions, of course, we would love for all of you to be participants, meaning you're attending live, but worst case, make sure you register so that you get a copy of the recording link. All chat messages are also included in the recording link. So FAQs. Actually, before I start this, I want to just quickly start a poll. So this poll is strictly anonymous, and this gauges how much information I spend on certain things in a call. Okay, so I want to make sure who our audience is, kind of get a temperature. So if you all can answer, there's 5 quick questions. It will only take you a few seconds. If we could get all of you to answer the questions on your screen, these are Zoom poll questions. They're all anonymous. And we use this information for this session as well as future sessions. So how would you rate your Moxie Engage level of experience, or actually also Moxie website? I should have changed that because this session is focused predominantly on Moxie website. So does everybody see that poll? Is everybody seeing that poll? Angie, do you see that poll?
I do not see the poll.
Oh, okay. So some people see the poll. Oh, maybe because you're Angie, the reason why you're not seeing it is because you're logged into the team account.
Oh, that works.
Yep. So now question number 2, how many people do you have in your CRM? We want to get a poll as to how many people, who has what in terms of how many people or contacts you have in your Moxie Engage account. Also, neighborhood news. How many people are using that? If you know what even neighborhood news is, that's important for us to know because we need to know who our audience is on this particular call. And number 4, do you have your own custom domain name, such as jimmysellsflorida.com? Do you have one of those? And then the last question, if you have activated your Engage account, your Moxie Engage account already, on average, how many times do you look at your dashboard per day? All right, so those are quick questions. If we can get a little bit more people, at least half of our participants on the call to answer the questions, that way we can get a good sampling as to who's on the call. Excellent, thank you. We're gonna take few more seconds. All right, so we reached the halfway mark, or 50% participated. So I'm gonna end the poll now. And Angie, if you can, I'm gonna share the results. Oh, you probably can't even see it.
I can't see it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take a picture, high-tech picture of the results. And then we'll quickly review the results. Okay, and then last one. Excellent. Okay, so everybody sees the results. I just want to quickly go over them. How would you rate your Moxie Engage level of experience? Okay, so a lot of you, no experience at all, haven't launched yet. Okay, hungry to learn, a lot of you as well played around a little bit. Okay, so generally speaking, a lot of you are new to the product. Okay, that's safe to say. How many people do you have in your Engage account? Okay, so haven't launched yet, almost 30, more than a third of you. Who else? We haven't launched, haven't activated. Okay, so a lot of you are still in the early stages of MoxieWorks. Some of you have a couple thousand people in your, one of you have a couple thousand people in your CRM. Very good. Okay, so neighborhood news, which is really a big golden nugget. You'll talk to anybody around who's used Moxie Engage. Neighborhood news is something that you all should take advantage of and leverage the heck out of it. Okay, so don't know anything about it. So almost half of you don't know what neighborhood news is. You really need to learn that. We're going to touch upon that. I don't want to spend a lot of time because that's not our featured topic, but you need to know about it. I include it in every session because I know a lot of you, this is your first MoxieWorks hours. Number 4, do you have your own custom domain name? Okay, so 46% of you. Yes, no, there's a lot of you that don't have one. No, but planning on purchasing one, thinking about it. Okay, so great idea to get your custom domain. That's pro tip, right? Very simple one, but you just want to make sure that you want to get one for the purpose of marketing yourself or boosting your business. I think that's what our topic is today. You're going to find that, oh gosh, yeah, it'll make it much easier for people to find me. On average, how many times do you look at your dashboard? Never, once a day. Okay, so this we have to change. It's like driving the car for your business. When you drive your car, in a nutshell, right? How often do you look at that dashboard? Pretty much all the time. So some of you, a lot of you are unfamiliar with that dashboard. You want to tune in to future MoxieWorks hours. You want to listen to past MoxieWorks hour recordings or replay links. Okay, that way you can get up to speed quickly. You want to participate in your other training that your brand has for you. So I'm going to stop training or stop sharing. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to just go over the FAQ since a lot of you are new. So this content is targeted for you, the agent. Okay, what do we talk about? These are just skills on specific topics over and above what you're going to learn in your e-learning on your brand portals or your learning libraries or your brand universities, and what you're going to, over and above what you're going to learn from your launch training. Okay, we're here to answer your questions either via chat or unmute yourself at the end. This is not designed to be technical support. If you have an issue, what you want to do is contact your product champion first. Your product champion, hopefully you know that person, who that person is, should be your source of your SME, your subject matter expert at your office. Okay, if both of you, between you, cannot uncover the answer, you want to submit a ticket at support.moxieworks.com. I suggest all of you visit this website because there's a lot of videos, a lot of screenshots, a lot of FAQs, a lot of PDF step 1, step 2, step 3 procedures included in support.moxieworks.com. You don't need to log in, so anybody can access it even before you launch. Okay, so this is a link. You're going to be able to use this link to register for future sessions. Twice a month, every other Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So what you want to do, put this in your calendar. I highly recommend it. Also in your, just a helpful hint, on your MoxieWorks or Moxie Engage dashboard, you can add a task and schedule that so that you don't forget to attend MoxieWorks hours. We're here to maximize your knowledge and the features and benefits of the MoxieWorks suite. Today, Moxie websites. Okay, this is not intended to be all-inclusive, all training that you're going to be an expert. That's not the goal, and we don't have time for that. We're just going to give you certain things, certain nuggets of information so that you can walk away and say, okay, I didn't know about that feature. Now I do. I need to now implement it. Okay, so hopefully that is what you're after by attending this session. Today, Moxie websites. But first, here's our agenda. We're going to talk about, we just talked about all the FAQs. We're going to talk about other things besides the website, just some quick tips, some pro tips support. And at the end, Angie is going to put a survey link in the chat window so that you all can let us know what you felt about the topic, what you felt about the content, how we can improve. Okay, and of course, we want to reserve the last few minutes for your questions and answers, or so we can answer your questions. So best practices, tips, and tricks. Before I get into that, we all know on this call, hopefully, that your sunset dates for products that you may be using currently is at the end of this year, right? Market Leader, Business Builder, Zap. End of the year, they are going away. If you're not prepared for that, you want to talk to your product champion, your manager, your broker owner at your office, but just want to make sure that everybody understands this because this is a major change in the way you're doing business. Okay, so just want to make sure everybody understands that date. All right, so here's kind of a pro tip. You, as the agent, you have control over who can access your MoxieWorks platform. Okay, what does that mean? Well, Alex, I need help on working my Moxie Engage platform. I need help with my website, things like that. So you need to know that you, as the agent of your platform, you must grant access or invite someone to access your account. Somebody can't just go into your account without you knowing it. Does that make sense? So hopefully that like eases a lot of your, some of you might have a little like worry or feel uncomfortable, but nobody has access unless they request access and you grant it, or you invite them because you want help. Make sense? So two different ways to do this. In Moxie Impress, there's this concept called impersonate. Impersonate, okay? Which is different from the other products. Moxie Engage, Websites Present, you invite them. Make sense? So in Moxie Impress, you have to enable impersonation, but in the other products, you have to invite them so that they get the invitation and they can, help you should you need help. Does that make sense? Alternatively, your leadership team may say, hey, Angie, can we provide some assistance? Can we help coach you? Then they're gonna request access. And then you have to obviously approve that. Okay, so just want to make sure. Okay, so what happens in Impress is that when somebody is impersonating you, you're giving them access to your Moxie Impress Marketing Center so they can do work for you. Okay, so this is for your office administrators, your staff. They can create, edit, and distribute projects on your behalf. That's a cool thing, right? Especially if that's not your expertise. You have marketing people or support staff that can help you do that. So that's impersonating in Moxie Impress. And just note, the office administrator will not be able to impersonate until you allow it. Just want to make sure that's clear. You must allow that impersonation. Okay? So here, this is for Engage, Present websites. When you invite your manager, you want help, you can go to your account. Well, actually, you click on your picture and then you get this pull down and you click on My Account. Okay. And then you select Account Settings and then Account Access. And I can go live into this, but I just want to make sure I give you an overview. Okay. And then from there, all you have to do is click on Manage under the My Account box. Make sense? And then here, you invite them. And you can see what invitations you have sent out, what have been approved. Makes sense? People who have asked to gain access to your account are under pending requests. These are people who have requested, like a manager, a broker owner, administrator at your office. Any questions on this? Any questions? Angie in the chat, any questions
We
on?
had someone that asked, how do personal assistants gain access to their agents' Moxie tools?
Wait, what was the first part of that question? How do they?
How do personal assistants?
Personal assistants. Well, we have to check on that, but if they are listed in the office, you should be able to invite them. If you cannot invite them, right, send us an email, right? But you should be able to search for their name. Okay. Next topic, neighborhood news. Since a lot of you are newbies or new-ish, this is an example of a website, a Moxie website. By default, if you just go with the template, neighborhood news is going to be on your website, right? As a tab right here in the red rectangle. What does it do? Here, when you click on it, anybody, you can type in, or you can use this at an open house, kind of like an intake form, so to speak, where the visitor to your open house types in their name, first name, last name, email address, zip code on your tablet or on your iPhone or Android or on your laptop that's sitting on the kitchen counter. And then when you hit sign up now, that name goes straight into your Moxie Engage contacts. How cool is that? So, okay, Alex, that's cool, but what is it, right? It's a monthly email drip campaign, set it and forget it. For all your contacts, you want to put everybody on there. It gives you market statistics, your branded information. You could see who opens it. You could see the rate of which it's opened. We have one of our power users who is saying that, yeah, Alex, we get 80% open rate on our neighborhood news. That means 80% of the people that are receiving their neighborhood news they're looking at it. Okay, look at what your people will receive. This is an email that your customers, your leads, your contacts will receive via email. And when they click on this view full report, up pops all this really nice graphical information based on that zip code that they entered or you entered. Okay, so we can go on and on about neighborhood news. Look at the screens that are lower in the email. These nice charts, the market changes. This is what your customers receive as a drip campaign on a monthly basis from you, branded by you. You set it once and forget it. If they want to contact you, here's part of that email. They could send a message to you directly. Okay. And then here, if you want more information, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you can do this within your Moxie Engage platform also. So if you have a bunch of people already in Moxie Engage, you can add them via the neighborhood news add subscription button. Okay. And we do have another MoxieWorks hours on this specifically. Or alternatively, if you want more information, support.moxieworks.com, type in neighborhood news. That's where you're going to get step by step by step. I just want to bring it to your attention that this is huge. It's easy to implement and the benefits are outstanding, right? We have so many people that have said this is the greatest thing. Any questions on neighborhood news? Additionally, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, we talked about customizing that neighborhood news search. So you can do multi-draw polygons, right? So instead of just one zip code, oh, Alex, we have people that want 5 different zip codes they're interested in. You can draw. You can't list 5 zip codes. That's a limitation with neighborhood news, but you can certainly draw on the map of the areas of which those 5 zip codes are located. Okay? Questions on this?
Yeah, someone has asked, I think you just touched on it though. What if someone's looking in 10 different zip codes? So adding those multiple zip codes, can you add multiple zip codes or would you have to draw
You
on the
can't-
map to
You
include?
cannot, like I mentioned a minute ago, you cannot add multiple zip codes. You can't do zip code 1, comma, or semicolon zip code 2. You cannot list. It's only one zip code or multiple polygons on that map. Okay, so if you're gonna get 10 all in one map, you're gonna probably zoom out so that you can draw all those polygons. Hopefully they're, that you can do that. Okay, also you can set by school boundaries or district boundaries. That's another way to filter. That's very powerful because some people just want to live in a specific school district or within the school boundary for a specific school. Okay, so if you have additional questions, I want to move on, and I apologize we can't spend an entire session on this because we can, but I just want to make sure that a lot of you who are new, you got to leverage this neighborhood news feature. It is probably on the top of everybody's list. The power users, a lot of the broker owners, a lot of leadership team, people who are experienced with the platform. This is where a lot of people who are new, this is where you need to go. You need to leverage. Okay, neighborhood news. Secondly, just quick tip to add Moxie Engage to your mobile device. We talked about this last time, but again, you want to make sure that this is on your mobile device. This is actually a screenshot of my iPhone. Okay, Moxie Engage as an icon. There is no app. You cannot go to the Apple App Store, Google Play Store to find the Moxie Engage app. You won't find one, but you can add it, right? And the way you want to add it is I'm going to tell you, here's a screenshot of the Success Portal because we want to make sure you know how to use this, and it's so easy. So all you have to do is go to the Success Portal, and you all can do this now in a separate window, support.moxieworks.com. Enter right here what I put, MoxieWorks Mobile. Okay, that's it. And then adding MoxieWorks products to your mobile device home screen. Perfect. The first thing that pops up, it'll tell you how to do it in Safari, Google Chrome, on your mobile device. Okay. Any questions on this? This is powerful. I think you all want to make sure you have it on your phone because you don't want to wait till you get to the office and say, oh gosh, what's going on my dashboard. So if you're waiting in line at Starbucks and you have your Moxie Engage icon on your phone, click, oh, this is what's happening on my business today.
Yeah.
I can
Alex,
access my dashboard.
Alex, I do have a question, if I may. I'm just going to digress for a moment. On the website, you were showing where you could search by school district. I had somebody yesterday, I haven't done it myself. They were trying to do, and they were in Present, and they were pulling some comparables for somebody, and trying to pull it by school district and said it couldn't be done. And I said it could, but I realized I was referring to a video I saw on websites. Can you pull by school district when you're doing your Present? When you see anything?
I'm going to defer to Angie. Angie, do you know the answer to that question?
So there really isn't a way in Present to necessarily put in the school district itself, but on the map, you can select the schools and it will actually show you where all of the schools are. So if you want to draw on the map around them, I know in my area at least, and it might be a reason why Moxie doesn't have this. We don't, in my state, we're not allowed to really talk about school districts or schools so much and especially because they change very often here for some odd reason. So that might be a no-no because it's a compliance issue in a lot of states, not everywhere, but in a lot of states. So that might be why, but they do have, that's why I like how they kind of go around about it. And they have the schools where you can click that on the map and it will actually show you the schools.
Hmm.
So if they're looking to be within a certain amount of minutes from a certain school or something like that, you would have that opportunity to at least give them the information they're asking you for, if that
Very
makes sense.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
know, and we do search, our MLS has it on there, so it's legal. You search by school, we're doing a CMA, and in a town, we have a town, every town here has multiple school districts, and the value of the home changes from school district to school.
Yeah.
So you want to do accurate. Matter of fact, the appraisers use it as well. So it is a valuable, I don't know if you could bring it back to somebody, but we certainly can use it in New York because it's important. It's very
Yeah.
important to getting the right
Yeah.
value of a home.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent. In the essence of time, I hate to cut you off, but for any features that, hey, we really need this, support.moxieworks.com. And there's 3 different types of tickets, right? A support ticket, I need to know something, or this would be nice to have type of ticket. Please submit that so that we can have that basically, evaluated to see if that's going to be added. But certainly, if there's a need from you and other people are writing about that, of course, that will probably be on the roadmap. But I'm sorry, but I gotta move on because we gotta move on.
Okay.
We got a lot to talk about. And if there's specifics, please email us, Vincent, okay? So I apologize again. All right, so our headline topic, Moxie websites, building your website to boost your business. This is not customizing your agent website, okay? That's a different topic. And if you missed it, that was back in what? April, end of April. We have a recording link. You want to go back to that. If you don't know anything about Moxie websites, this is kind of taking it to that next level. Okay. And we know that everybody on this call, there's now over 140 of you. You're on different ends of the spectrum, right? Some are, we don't even have the product. And some of you had it since beginning of the year. Okay, so we have to, cover more material, but also have it available so that if you need to go back, customizing your website, that's where the basics of your site style, your homepage, creating a site page, etc., you want to go back there and view this replay, okay? So all that information, we're not going to cover. We're going to cover more new material. And so here's lots of ways to boost. This is talking about boosting your business. Okay, there's 9 of these. I don't expect you to read them, but I'm going to just go over one by one. And if we don't cover all of them, we're going to reserve for another time, another session. All right, so here is connecting your custom domain. This is a big one, right? This is where a lot of our support calls are coming from. Number 1, you can choose to have a number of custom domains pointing to your website. What does that mean, Alex? So you can have jimmysellsflorida.com. You can have jimmysellspompanobeach.com. You could have all these different ones. You're attached to it. You signed up on GoDaddy for these websites. And they all point to one place, which is your Moxie website. Does that make sense? So this allows visitors to use multiple domains to find you, right? If you can, right, take a moment. What's your custom domain name? If go in chat, we want to hear some of yours. If you have one that's fun, whatever it is, please type in chat. What's your domain name? Let's share it so that everybody else can kind of like, ooh, I want to check out what they have. Make sense? So, and also it's just kind of fun. I remember one of our affiliates, right? His last name was Weaver. And so his website was leaveittoweaver.com. And I still, to this day, cannot forget it, of course, right? And I still remember it. It's clever. So please share your domains in chat. That'd be great. Okay. So this is easy. You used to go to help from our support staff to have this change, but now all of you have really a few steps to keep in mind. Okay. Number 1, all you have to do is to select Moxie websites right from your Moxie bar across the top. Hopefully everybody knows what I'm talking about. From there, this screen pops up. This is now you are modifying, you're managing, you're customizing your website. From there, you go to settings, which is right there. Personal domain. Okay. And then simply type in your domain name in the space provided here. That's it. Do not include the www. You just type it here. And then hit submit. Keep in mind, you can see in the list above that the primary domain is the one your visitors will see in their browser address. And you only can have one. So you could see this primary column with all these circles. That means you only can pick one, right? These circles are radio buttons. You only can pick one versus if they're checkboxes, you can pick multiple. So a radio button, pick one. So this is your primary. As you can see, you cannot delete that one. Any questions on that? I just want to make you aware that you can have multiple. And where am I going to tell you to go for more information? Because we could spend a whole session on just this topic. But I want to cover all the different ways to boost your business using your website. Okay? And if you have questions, please write them down, put them in chat so that we can cover all the material. All right, next thing, agent profile. This is very important because your agent profile displays on many areas across all your MoxieWorks products. Oh, I didn't know that, right? So Moxie websites are affected, your Engage emails, your Moxie Present agent profile pages. So you want to make sure you update this information, right? It's important to keep it updated. Here's the information that you want to make sure you're prepared with when you're going to update your website. The About Me. Hopefully all of you have an About Me statement. You may want to copy it from something else that you've had. Let's say you have your Zap website. I know a lot of you have your About Me statement already there. You may want to update that. Okay. Website pre-populated once your Moxie website has been created. Okay. And then social media. Some of you have Facebook business pages. You want to make sure you have that handy so that you can modify your profile. So here is profile, and I'm going to go live, and then next, web info. Okay, so I'm going to step out, and I'm going to share my screen. Oh, let's see, where is it? Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my demo. Can everybody see my demo screen?
Yes.
Okay, so here is where we go. I'm going to go to Moxie website. That is where I go to change my custom domain. Yes. Remember what the first thing that we're talking about. And then we're going to go to settings, personal domain. Okay. So this is where you do all of that custom domain, connecting your custom domain. But what I wanted to show you now is that account profile. So you're going to click on your name or your picture in the upper right-hand side. My account. Profile. Okay. And then I'm going to go to web info, and you can see here, I don't have very much information in our demo account. Your about me, your URL, your website, okay, your social media links. This is important. Why? Because this is going to go across different products within your MoxieWorks platform. That makes sense. So again, your photo, my account, and it brings you to this my account profile. And then web info. Okay. All right. So other things to boost your website. Some of you would like to add testimonials to your website. Okay. New testimonials or old testimonials that you have some other platform. You're going to create a site page. You're going to add a new page. Oh, site page. Add new. What kind of page do you want it to be? Oh, they have an actual testimonial page template. Let's use that one. Testimonial page. Does everybody see that right here? Okay. Submit. Okay, I'm going to hit publish so that I can add. Okay, so now here, this is pretty self-explanatory, a header, content. Cool that you can add images. Okay, so some pro tips. Here you could copy, paste, copy, paste. Are you going to get the stars? No, you're not going to get the 5-star thing. But this is copy, paste, copy, paste. You can make them up. We don't suggest that, but that's a little bit different from reviews. That's what I'm just trying to tell you, is that testimonials that can be doctored, but hopefully we don't have to resort to that. You know what I'm saying? So you can copy those testimonials from Zap into here, from another platform into here. That's one. Okay, and then you could see where I'm going to visit our site page. Okay, so let's say I created this testimonial, I added some, and oh, what does our website look like now, Alex? Visit site. Visit site. Oh, okay, so here, client testimonials. Or here we have testimonials as well. I'm not sure which. Let's try this one first.
The client testimonials was mine
Oh, okay.
last time. You can show that too if you want.
Okay, yeah, so here I just put a little header. Let's view your client testimonials. Cool. Okay, so you can see we had, oh, look at this. Awesome. Angie created a great client testimonial screen. So we're able to scroll. You can see there's no 5 stars. Okay, so Angie, what did you copy and paste these from other things,
So
right?
those actually came from my market leader account. So
Oh,
those
perfect.
are actually mine from when I was in the field. Those are all my agents. But
Oh, perfect.
you could do the same thing. I've had agents go in and say, you know, this is a Zillow review. I received 5 stars. I'm still working on a way to get the stars in there. You don't have to have a picture of the person necessarily. It could be you know, if you use stock images, make sure you own the rights to them. Don't put any images on your website that you don't own, because you can get a copyright violation for it. But maybe you have a really great picture at settlement and you have permission to share their picture or something like that.
Yes, this looks fantastic with the photo and this information. Okay, so that's client testimonials. We created a site page called testimonials, right? And we pasted information from some other source. Or we start typing it in because we just got a new one. Okay, so here's another one. A lot of you are emailing us about, okay, Alex, you're saying that Zap is going away in a few months now. What happens to all my reviews from Zap? Right? A lot of you, oh my gosh. In my opinion, You do not, and I'm sure you'll agree, you don't want to have those go to waste. Here is one of our Zap users in Arizona, Virginia, just 200 reviews with stars. Okay. End of the year, this is going away. How can we preserve it? We need to start taking photos or screenshots of her Zap site so that we can place them into a Moxie website. That's the, I was wondering, okay, how are these people going to do that? Okay, oh, we just take snapshots because we cannot duplicate those 5 stars like Angie was trying to, she's trying to figure out how to put her 5 stars on her client testimonials, because I'm sure a lot of those are 5 stars, right? But there's no way in Moxie to duplicate those 5 stars. There's no way to request like you did in Zap. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, can you write a review for me? And whatever they wrote, post it on your website, right? So in Virginia's case, in Arizona, a Zap user, 200 reviews. What's going to happen to these reviews in end of the year? They're going to go away. But what can she do? Because let's say she's going to Moxie websites, we could take snapshots and pretend it looks like it's on Zap. Okay, so what you're looking at is a Moxie website, but it looks just like Zap. Yes, it does look like Zap, because what I did was I created a snapshot. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my screen. Angie, what screen do you see that I'm showing?
I see your Welcome to Moxie Works Hours Essentials deck
Okay, okay,
with the stuff on the side.
okay. So let's do slideshow. All right. So can you see my screen now?
Yes.
The AdZap website with reviews.
And I would dare
We
say
still can't see it.
You
Oh.
can't see it?
I can say
No. I can
Uh,
see. You may can, but us out here in the wild blue cannot.
You cannot see my
I can-
PowerPoint right now?
I can see it.
Everybody can see it?
I can see.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Okay, very good. All right, so Moxie websites adding Zap website with stars, okay? Different from testimonials, no stars. So here is Virginia's Zap website. You all familiar with it. A lot of you who are previous on Zap or still on Zap, yeah? So what I do, I looked at her screen, I go, okay, I'm just gonna screenshot using the snipping tool. Okay, some of you may want to write that down, snipping tool. And then I just said, okay, what do I do now? I'm going to copy that as 2 separate screenshots, right? Because so that I can place it on the screen. You see the 2 different rectangles? And then this is Moxie websites now, I just pasted it via the add media. So I just go paste, paste, and then you saw the results. First screen, second screen. Okay, and then this is the final result as I showed you live. It scrolls like it's a real thing, right? Because now these stars aren't really stars where your Google search engine is going to find it. It's because now it's a picture of a star. Makes sense? A little bit different, but at least you're preserving all that good content, all those reviews from my previous platform. I'm not just talking about Zap. I'm talking about any other platform that you may be using. Does that make sense? Some of you have real satisfied reviews. Okay, you can display that, and I don't want to get too technical on this call because I know a lot of you are just kind of just starting using this thing called iframe. So your real satisfied reviews are also displayed in addition to Zap, right? This is to boost your business, right? Because we all know, right? If somebody else is touting how good you are as an agent, how strong you are, that is one thing versus you saying, I'm the agent to hire. But you have all these reviews, you you certainly want to leverage that to boost your business. Any questions? Okay, next topic. And just want to look at time. We're going to have to save half of this for a follow-up session. Moxie websites, creating a blog post. Very easy to do, right? Same screen. Sorry for a little bit blurry here, but you can see blog posts. Some people tout blogs as kind of the key to SEO for people finding you, right? With relevant information, making more information on your website that has newer content. Okay, some people have that mindset. So certainly if you want to create your blog post, you just have to go to blog post and there's like a template. The cool thing, you can add photos, multimedia. Okay, same thing as I did earlier. I did site pages, testimonial. I just went a little bit further down and going to blog posts. I'm sorry, I'm using screenshots because I don't want to go back and forth and waste time. Importing a blog post, that's also available, blog import, okay? So you can also import blogs. But this one I want to talk about real quick, and then we'll open it for questions. Setting up your Yoast SEO WordPress plugin. What in the world is that, right? SEO, search engine optimization. Okay, WordPress, what is that? WordPress is what Moxie Websites is built upon. It's a platform that allows people to build websites easily. Your Moxie Websites is built on a limited version of WordPress, meaning you don't get full functionality, but you get a lot of cool functionality that is supported by MoxieWorks. And the reason why is because they can't like open it up so much, so to speak, because it has to be in a supported environment within the confines of Moxie Websites. Make sense? So and then the plugin is you're able to just add it in. Okay, so search engine optimization, it uses algorithms so that people find you on a Google search. Okay. Any questions? Let me go back to one more thing, and let me share my screen again if I can. And then we'll open it up for questions. Okay, so right here, does everybody see my screen? I'm on Moxie website admin tool. Angie, can you confirm? I just want to make sure everybody's seeing my screen.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So here, SEO, down here, click. General Yoast SEO features. Okay, you just highlight, you hover your mouse over the question mark symbol, and you can get what these do. A lot, I know, but I just want to make sure that you know it's there and what it's for. I know that was a lot in our short amount of time together. Angie, would you like to add anything before we open up for questions?
No, but there's a lot of questions in the chat.
Okay, I did see that. Okay, so if we
have
can,
time to go through them.
if we have any common themes.
Yeah, there was a lot of questions.
I say Bianca's question.
It
Yeah,
went-
your nickname. I think nicknames is supported now in MoxieWorks. And then yeah, Bianca, if that, or Christine, yeah.
So the main thing I want to touch on, there was a lot of questions about, you said you can go into Moxie and update your information. You can, but you can't. So there is some information in the different products that you can go in and you can add your information, social media, your bio, things like that. Some of that information does feed from Dash, and that might be up to your brand, what that information is. I think that in the real estate world, that's just a way to help you be compliant, make sure that, you know, we're all following all the rules. So if you see that information is grayed out, then you would have to go, if you're not the administrator, you don't have access to Dash, go to your administrator and say, hey, this is, you know, this needs to be updated. Whatever the process is for your office, that's the only way to get that grayed out information changed, because it's fed through the system. So sometimes if you see it grayed out, that's not a glitch. It's because that's the information that feeds from Dash.
Very good. And I'm just going to go through this chat real quick. Thank you, Angie. Cassandra, if you post old Zap reviews as a picture, will a review that's placed on your Moxie site show up in the same place or another section? No. Keep in mind, I'm talking about reviews where the pictures with stars. And what I also showed you was testimonials, which are typed in or copied and pasted, like Angie's example that we showed. Another one that I didn't talk about is testimonial tree. That's one thing that you want to go into support.moxieworks.com, type in testimonial tree. That's an add-on product that is tailored to tie into MoxieWorks, that is geared specifically for testimonials. Okay, look into that. It's called testimonial tree. That's another, the beauty about MoxieWorks is that you're able to add third-party products, but also for those of you who, gosh, this is already enough, right? That's kind of too much. But I'm just telling you, for those of you who want more or want more added on to your car, so to speak, I like how Angie uses her example, like, hey, you're giving me keys to a really nice car, but yeah, we can even customize it more. Makes sense with like testimonial tree and other products as well, right? Last week, 2 weeks ago, we talked about Wavv, W-A-V-V. We are able to text, right? And auto dial from your Moxie Engage account. Some people are saying, what? Right? Watch the replay for that session. Where do we find previous recordings? So follow-up email will include all the recordings. Other questions? Incorporating their own review. Yeah, Kelly, right? Of course. Seriously hope that they have their own reviews like Zap. Thing is, right? Sometimes they say, well, Testimonial Tree does a great job at it. Let's just incorporate them. Okay, so if you want that built into MoxieWorks, you want to go to support.moxieworks.com, do that feature request ticket submission. Other questions? If you'd like to speak up, and I apologize, we can't get to all of the questions. I know there's a ton in the chat. If you'd like to unmute yourself, please do so. If there's like a question that's you really want to know the answer to, that we can try to answer.
Alex,
Yes.
this is Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
I wanted to go back to adding the mobile app.
Yes.
Or the mobile to our screenshot. When we are asked to log into Engage, are we using our same greenhouse login? Because when we're using Reology, we log in and then it just takes us from our greenhouse directly into our Moxie.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, do you have Greenhouse on your mobile device?
No, it's, and I guess I could save it the same way.
Yeah, you could save it the same way. But here's the thing, right? Just go to if you go to a web browser, right?
Right.
Whatever browser is, Safari, right? Google, open up Engage, right? How you would do it, and how do you do that? Like go to your laptop or your desktop. When you go to your you're accessing it from your brand portal, and then it fires off into Moxie Engage. Copy that link.
Okay.
Send it to yourself on your mobile phone so that you go, oh, okay, this is what I need to access it on my phone.
Okay.
Right. Hopefully that works. Lauren, can we connect Real Satisfied to Moxie? Real Satisfied, I connected it via an iframe, much like you can do really any other website. You want to test it. And using iframe, you could put like what I showed is a, actually, let me show you. I didn't show you in real life. Let me just go to my visit website. Okay, so here's our demo again, and then here is our real satisfied reviews. The reason why I added this on our demo is because a lot of people ask, right? So here is what we call an iframe. So that person is not, when they click on it, they're not taken to the Real Satisfied platform. That Real Satisfied is within your Moxie website. So they can scroll through, see those beautiful 5 stars or whatever ratings they give you within your Moxie website. Answer your question. Well, if they're adding testimonials from Moxie website, it's going to be in that testimonial tab. It's not going to be commingled with your Zap reviews, your Real Satisfied reviews. That's why boosting your business. Oh my gosh, this agent has a lot of different reviews on different platforms. That's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But it's not going to be in one source if that's what you're asking. Ideally, yes.
I wanted to answer, Vincent said it using the iframe, does it bring over the testimonial? What's in this iframe? So if you link this to Real Satisfied, whenever they click on it, it's going to be the most up-to-date information. Same thing with Zillow. If for whatever reason you wanted to link them to your reviews, it's always going to give them the most up-to-date
Yes.
in real time. If you want all of your reviews in one place, that's what, just personal preference. There's no wrong answer here. That's why I did the client testimonials. I
Yes.
grabbed them. I didn't have time really because I just actually did it the other day to go in and put the stars in there, like where they came from, that kind of thing. I like all mine to be uniform. I'm a little OCD, probably more than other people, and that's okay. I would just take everything and copy it and put it in here. It's part of my settlement process. When I used to go to settlement, when I grabbed that, I would grab the testimonial, I would update my website. It's really personal preference, but if you do use like the iframe, the widget kind of thing in there, it's going to update for you because it's almost like a live.
Yeah.
on your web-
Yeah. That's a great point, Angie. Thank you. But yes, the pictures from Zap, right? It's a photo. It doesn't change. It's not going to update. But those Real Satisfied reviews, those other reviews from Zillow, if they're iframe, it's really just kind of linking to another website and keeping the customer on your website. But it's giving you the most current data that is on that platform. Hopefully that answers the question. Other questions, if you like to unmute.
Alex, I'm gonna go
Yes.
back. I was hoping we were gonna get more into the Engage today, but
Right.
I am having problems and support. The instructions that are shown in support are not the same as what I see on my Engage options.
Very good. Is this Teresa?
Yes.
Yeah, Teresa, please send us an email and Angie will put that email in our in chat. Please specify your company name and company ID so that we can get back to you. But yeah, certainly we will provide you some direction. But yeah, any other questions? We're got a couple minutes, and then Angie, if you could put our survey link also. Please unmute yourself if there's a question that you have in chat that we're unable to get to, because there were a bunch.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes, Ms.
about
Luke?
yes, hi. About the mobile, putting the mobile link in there, do you still have to do 2 sign-ins when you do that?
You shouldn't. It should
Mhm.
retain, right? I mean, it should retain,
Because we have to
Whatever.
log into the portal and then log into the app.
yeah, you should have to do it only once, unless, right, you log out. You should only have to do it once. Okay? Usually
it's
usually
it's-
that's how apps work. If you
Well,
don't
no-
sign out.
Right, but it's agent salespeople, it's multiple clicks just to get to engage inside the application, and that would be very hard from your phone going through a browser.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So here's what I would do, right? Does everybody see my screen still? I'm in Engage, right?
Mhm.
So when you're selecting that from your brand portal, I'm assuming that you got, and because we can't really duplicate your environment exactly. So I'm assuming you're going to get this kind of link right here, right? When you click on your brand portal.
Right.
So this is a link that you want to paste onto your phone in a browser and save as your home screen.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. I'll try it.
So right here, this is what I'm going to take. I'm going to say, okay, this is where my brand portal got me. So I'm going to copy this, put it in a clipboard and send it to myself in an email so that on my phone, I could like copy that. Right?
I got you.
I don't need my brand portal. I shouldn't need my brand portal. Once I log in here, I should be good to go on my mobile phone.
I'll
Okay?
try it.
Yeah, try that and let us know, Ruth. That's great. Yeah, let us know because we
And-
can't.
And how would I
and-
let you know through the MoxieWorks launch?
Yes.
Okay.
Other questions, folks? Other questions? And I apologize if we're not able to get to all your chat questions, but
Slight chance that there's a Taylor.
anybody else have a question?
Alex, this is Kelly Frady. I have a quick question.
Yes.
On the website's property lists, if I wanted to create a custom property list, say for waterfront listings,
Yes.
is there a way that I can just choose that criteria as opposed to adding the individual MLS number? So instead of like, so it'll automatically refresh with any new waterfront listings that are
Ah, I
added, or
see.
do I have to go in and
Kelly,
add them?
Kelly, send me that. I'm gonna test that out before I answer that.
Okay,
Yeah, send us in our email what you want to do and an example of all the zip codes or whatever criteria you want, and then so that we can try to duplicate that. That's a great,
Okay.
that's a great question. And that's one of the things that we wanted to add to this session, but you know, we only could
Right.
cover so much. But yeah, those custom searches or right, those filtered searches that you want to put onto your website, those are great. We can do that. But yeah, send us that request. Other questions, folks? I know we're at time. We'll see you in a couple weeks. I apologize if we didn't get to your question, but email us at the MoxieWorks launch at realogy.com so that we can respond that way. Thank you all. Stay safe and hope that you found today's session helpful. Thank you very much.